Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel for Port Royal Gaming and Retro Replay, the live podcast. Live for your Thursday night. Thanks for tuning in. Roundtable discussion tonight, Zion.
Yes, here we are.
So give us a bit of a backstory of why we're doing this.
So today is kind of a hybrid of, I guess, retro replay and an unboxing, if you will, because if you noticed, I was away for last retro and also Monday night with Nexus. It's because I was down south in Brisbane, just on a holiday, and I managed to come across a couple of retro game stores, and that's that's what I look for when I'm down there, places like that, and I bought some stuff, and I'm pretty keen to share it here.
I'm pretty keen to check it all out as well. So what's the name of the store that you went to?
I went to two stores. One of them is a Game Traders, which is like a chain they're around. Not as many as they used to be, but I went to one of those. They had a couple of retro games there. They had a lot of trading cards, just booklets of them, just all stashed away, and there was a big mob of people just searching through them all, and people buying them, and the cashiers would be packaging them safely in little Ziploc bags, and it was crazy. I think there was more traffic for that than the video games, but I did pick up a couple games from there. But the main store I went to is this shop called Super Retro, which I'm not gonna reveal the contents of this box just yet, or bag I should say. But here's their logo, Super Retro.
Check that out, that's cool.
superretro.com.au, they've got a website. So yeah, they supplied the goods on this trip for sure. So let's get started.
Yeah. Well, before we do though, we'll put a link to the store in the description below. So if you want to check out, they've got an online store as well.
Yes.
So if you want to check that out, check out the description.
I think we'll start with the stuff I got from Game Traders. Or actually, I lied too. We also made a stop at Cash Converters.
Not Woolies?
Not Woolies, no. This is just a bag I put it in. But yeah, Cashies, we're very familiar with them. We're always checking them wherever they are. We went to one of them on the way down there. And these aren't quite video games, but I thought these were pretty cool nonetheless. So we have...
Got some booklets. Oh, here we go. Strategy guides.
Prima strategy guides for some 2000s video games. We've got 007 Nightfire, Knights of the Old Republic, specifically for the Xbox because it was an exclusive. Republic Commando.
Currently playing through that right now on the channel.
And Indiana Jones the Emperor's Tomb. That one I specifically got to leave here because I know that's a game you are familiar with.
And I've just been looking over because there it is.
There you go. Well, we've got all these games really.
Actually, we've got all of them except for Nightfire. Actually.
But yeah, so these they're the actual like Prima ones. I'm very familiar with these. I used to get these all the time, even for games I didn't own. Like my mum would just buy me. I had the Smash Brothers Brawl one. I think that was like, I must have read that book every day, just going through everything. I just learned about how to get all the trophies and the crazy amount of stuff that's in that game. But I had ones for like Ocarina of Time 3D, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Super Mario Galaxy had a really cool one. But yeah, here's some others. So the Cash Converters I went to, I didn't get a photo of this because I've got some videos to show you later, but I didn't get any videos of it, but there was just a big pile of them. Like I think someone must have just brought them all in one day because there was a big pile. And these are the four main ones I saw that I figured we won. It was basically all your big games at the time from this sort of era, PS2 and original Xbox.
And you can probably guess that I'm quite intrigued by this strategy guide in particular because I am playing through Knights of the Old Republic on the channel. I actually did 2 more playthroughs this past weekend at your studio. And yeah, it's pretty cool just to have a look at all the stats and all the different information about KOTOR. You haven't played an experienced
No,
KOTOR as of yet.
I'm not going to read that book at all.
So don't read it. Don't watch my playthroughs either. Madden.
And the advertisements that are in these, I think the Star Wars guides had some cool.
Look at this. Well, don't look at this if you.
Some ad for some novel of some sort.
Oops. So I won't go into much detail, but I've actually just seen a guide for a side quest that you can do in the game, and I think it's one of the side quests that I actually struggled with a bit. So
Oh, there you go.
if I had this book, I wouldn't have struggled.
Well, that one's yours to keep for now until I finally get into the game myself.
You obviously know most of the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Darth Malak is one of my favourite
Yes.
Sith Lord characters
Familiar with him.
in any Star Wars media. So yeah, this is cool.
This one's interesting. It's got like 3D maps of levels or something. I used to play Republic Commando on the Xbox back in the day.
Here it is. And then KOTOR.
I think I'm chasing down a copy of that Smash Brothers Brawl, and I've been watching one on eBay for a while because that book was just like the best thing ever.
Well, let us know what you think about these guides in the comments below. I think they're pretty awesome. Good pickup in the condition as well. Like.
Yeah, they were all like very solid, I'd say. Okay.
Alright, next cab off the range.
This is from Game Traders. So these are the only games I picked up from there. It's all they kind of had. We've got some video games finally. First one we have is the Final Fantasy 12 for PS2. It was, I don't know, just looks in really good condition. So I saw it there.
Oh well,
Picked
that's
it up.
very good.
Yes, I'm always pretty interested in the Final Fantasy series, though I've yet to sort of play through one. But now we've got a game like that, you can have a check of that.
That case itself is in really, really good condition.
That was one of the reasons I picked it up.
Final Fantasy 12. So I'm not overly familiar with the Final Fantasy series.
That has to be one of the later games before next gen, right? Because 13, I'm sure, is on the 360.
2006-7. So that would have been around that era.
Oh wow.
And actually, it says so. This I'm going to think this was actually a 2009 release. Well, not release, but this print
Or something, yeah.
because it goes it's copyright 2009.
I think it's actually the like European, like UK thing because of the age rating on the front, but it's all the same.
16.
We get all kinds of stuff over here in Australia. You never know if you're going to get the Aussie or the PAL gets mixed in all the time. Another PS2 game. I bought this just because, like, I don't know, it might be fun to do this for a retro one day if we get Levon back in the studio. But we have Sonic Riders for PS2. It's just the weird airboard racing game, I guess. I actually have this game already. I had got it for the GameCube recently. Like there's no booklet or anything with this one. I just got it purely for the game. Yeah, I've only played it like a bit since I got it for the GameCube. It's like F-Zero GX but different.
And you're building a bit of a Sonic collection right at the moment.
Correct.
So that's piling up.
That includes the next game
And looks
because
like there's another one being added.
very infamous game, infamous for being buggy and awful. And I've always wanted to try it because of that. But we
Ooh.
have Sonic Boom for the Wii U. Yep.
I have heard a bit about this game.
I don't know if this game had a manual, but it's got the Wii U thingy on there. Actually, fun fact about how game traders store their games. I'd assume all of them do it too, but this one in particular, what they'll do is the case will just be empty on the shelf, and they'll grab, you hand them the case, right, because you want to buy that game. Behind the desk they'll have a bunch of cabinets and stuff that they'll have to pull out the disc and also they've got all the manuals and all that stored in a separate thing that they have to dig through and collect it. So I was standing there for a while. He was trying to find one of these games here. Yeah, Sonic Boom, the infamous redesigns of the characters. That, yeah, people hated it. There's no nice way to say it. They hated it. They spawned a cartoon that was.
So is there a 3DS compatibility? It says more adventures on the 3DS.
I wonder if that means either compatibility. Oh, unlock special upgrades with the 3DS version. There was a 3DS port of this game.
So you connected and
Yeah, but grinding big red button. Yeah, Sonic Boom. I'll play through that at some point. Here's like one of the big spends of the. It's a obscure game in a popular franchise. It might explain why, but we have boxed for the N64, Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero Mythologies, or Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. So this was like all their games, I should say too. This is from Super Retro, so Game Traders. We've moved on from that. All their games come with these plastic cases. They put them in there on the shelf and stuff. But this game was like, they had a bit of an ambition to make these spin-off story sort of based games, where it was like Mortal Kombat, but it was also sort of a side-scrolling like platformer slash beat 'em up slash fighting game. It's an average game from what I've heard. Actually, a lot of people find the controls to be a bit frustrating, but it's Mortal Kombat, so I like Mortal Kombat, and I've always wanted to play this game. This game can go for a decent amount of money online, and the box is a bit crinkled here and there, but overall, I'd say that's pretty good. You can tell it was bought from an Aussie store. They've got that age rating sticker plastered on there.
Yeah, like the box is a bit thin, but considering the rarity, I guess.
You'll find it more expensive than what I paid for in worse condition on eBay a lot, because I've eyed this game off a few times. That
that is a nice pickup.
Might be an interesting playthrough or a retro. Depends on if I think I can beat it.
You'll have to give it a few tries and then bring it back to the channel.
I should point out too, we do actually have the manual and stuff as well. The manual's a little it looks like it's been water damaged a bit. Like some of the pages, it looks like they've sort of stuck to each other and ripped a little bit. But see some like that page there, for example. But it's everything. It's mostly all still readable, and
all the pages are there.
Yeah, most of the time you read it once and put it back. So the fact that it has it, I'm still happy.
That is a nice pickup.
What was this in here too? Oh, this thing. I've never seen this in any N64 games I've bought yet. The Nintendo hotline, the helpline for
tips,
live and
tricks,
recorded
gameplay.
information. Yeah, and like warranty information and stuff like that. I haven't had a 64 game come with this before, so that's cool to have.
So if you remember back in the day, a lot of our younger viewers will not know about it, but if you needed help with a certain game, they had all these hotlines set up that you'd ring up, you'd phone them, they'll guide you through it. Nowadays you just put into Google, walkthrough, come to our channel, look for a walkthrough. But yeah, that was how you, if you were stuck on something, that's what you needed to do back in the day to get help.
Just about any PS2, Xbox era sort of game, you look in the back of the manual, there's a phone number there.
Yeah. That and of course the strategy guides as well to help you.
So yeah, Mortal Kombat Mythologies. Just dump him there. And now this is the big Super Retro haul, the rest of the stuff, because the reason it's in two lots is I bought one lot and we walked around for a bit and I was like, I can't leave that there, so I had to go back for more. I had to go back and get that N64 game. First one I'm going to show off is Final Fight for the Super Nintendo. Capcom beat 'em up game. It's probably, it's up there honestly, close to being in my top 10 favourite games of all time. So I saw it there. This game is pretty expensive on eBay too. Probably because it's popular. It's on the Super Nintendo. It's a lot similar to that game you were playing on Retro.
Turf Wars.
Yeah, you'd probably enjoy that game if you like that one.
So yeah, last week I played Turf Wars on Retro Replay. Just randomly picked it. I don't know why, and I ended up enjoying it. So you're thinking this might be quite similar.
And I think it's 2-player. I could be wrong. It's like one of the first games Capcom put on the Super Nintendo, so there's a lot of stuff missing. They weren't quite as experienced with the hardware yet. But the basic gameplay's there. Okay, so next up, bit of a random thing. We're not even going to be able to play this at all, even if I have the means to. It's a Sega Saturn demo disc for the game Knights, which was by Sonic Team. The reason I say we can't play it even if we have the means to is because it's actually a NTSC disc.
Oh.
And I only realised it after I bought it, but it was like $10 or something, so I thought it was a cool little...
Good thing to collect.
Yeah.
I'll lose a disc. Yes, it's cool.
Yeah, the disc. Knights. They had a Daytona USA one there too, but I saw that I'm like, it's a Sonic Team game. I think I'm gonna get it.
That's still, yeah, even though we can't play it, but that's pretty cool.
Alright, so we've got...
So how would you get this? You would have got it in a magazine?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Either a magazine or maybe they would have sent it out with some sort of subscription to something.
Yeah, because it says not for resale, sample only.
Would have been handed out somehow. You wouldn't have bought it.
96. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right. Alright, so I will say we've only got 2 left in the bag here, but they're games that I was very happy to pick up that I saw there. We'll start with this one, blue case, so Sega Dreamcast. We have Power Stone 2, which is another Capcom game. It's kind of like I've never played it before, but I've seen like videos of it. Imagine like Smash Brothers in 3D. That's sort of what it is, and it's a Capcom game. So like they were on fire at this time period with their games. This is the sequel too, because Power Stone 1 was also on the Dreamcast. I can reveal I bought this for about $150. This game, you look at it on eBay, you're probably finding it for twice the price. That's the reason I just snatched it when I saw it. But yeah, the disc is all in pretty good nick. It's got the manual, the case too.
Just looking at the case, that's immaculate.
The fun with a lot of Dreamcast games, these little notches that hold the games in will be snapped off on like a bunch of different games. But this one, it was still intact. We've got a manual. The back case wants to open, and yeah. So I look forward to playing that. I haven't played any of these yet, I should say. I've just been anticipating getting these up. Final game. So here we go. You know I got that new 2K. We've got the OG NBA 2K.
Let's play 2K.
The Sega Dreamcast.
NBA 2K.
Play 2K.
Sega Sports presents NBA 2K.
That's the OG 2K. Sega owned the 2K brand before Take-Two Interactive picked it up.
Check that out.
But yeah, that's yeah, I
Sticker
saw that.
all.
I couldn't believe. I was like, yep, instant
You got
buy.
the little NBA. What would you call it? Official thing.
This is like one of the games I specifically really wanted to get for my Dreamcast when I got it. And there it is.
Dreamcast Hotline, as we were talking about before. That's neat.
That's the Aussie Soft logo sticker on the back there. They were responsible for distributing Dreamcast or Sega products in Australia. So that's how you can tell this was definitely Aussie and age rating sticker on the front. This one too, the case is all intact and stuff. Look at that bright orange and blue disc. Allen Iverson on the front there.
Yeah.
First ever 2K cover star. It's a pretty cool fun fact. It was AI, Allen Iverson. Manuals in here too. There was something else in this I found that was kind of odd because I think this was an early game. This must have been '99, which is the year the console launched. We got this weird looking ad with a man with a Dreamcast
In a barber chair.
in a barber shop.
That's odd.
But that's because it is in fact a flip open pamphlet with a bunch of games on it. Toy Commander, Soul Calibur and Sonic Adventure, Sega Rally. So I thought that was neat to get that with it.
Nice little promo.
Yeah. So there you have it. That was my roundup.
That's your haul.
And yeah, let it be known, there was so many more games there. There's definitely a bunch that I wish I got, but it was already piling up a bit. Hopefully they've still got a bunch of stuff the next time I go down. But for now, that was it.
So what we'll do now with you got some footage of some of the shops that you went to.
Yes, so
let's go ahead and switch to the footage.
we can actually see some of the stuff that I'm
And you just
referring to.
just talk us through what we're seeing on the screen, I guess.
Alright, so this is Game Traders. They actually had a GameCube in their little cabinet there. And these weird
yeah.
Sonic figures. There's the Sonic
Like a little
Boom.
amiibo.
That's the Sonic Boom I bought in the back there. Three I think they're Mega Drive cartridges, just sitting there. They had some Wii games, a single GameCube game, Sonic Colors, some GBA games, DS games. That was about it for them. It was a little disappointing. There's Ocarina of Time and Sonic Rush.
Yeah.
What else did we have there? Oh, of course, there was some PS2, but
yeah, find it anyway.
what's that there? Oh, something. There's the Sonic Riders I bought, Final Fantasy as well. I guess I was trying to foreshadow I was buying them. There's Shrek Racing.
Racing.
We unboxed that.
Which we're unbox it, yet to try it. Oh, there's a control. Oh, it's probably not a. Yeah.
Alright, this is super retro. So you look at those boxed N64 games.
Yeah.
NBA Live 2000, World's Not Enough, Superman 64, Quake, Lego Racers, Mario Tennis.
The notorious Superman. There's
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. I saw 007 there. World's Not Enough.
All practically every game on cartridge there. Yeah, it was nuts. I couldn't believe how much stuff was there. There's that little Knights promo.
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap. These are some Mega Drive and Master System cartridges. And then we had some Saturn games. I couldn't believe that. It was a big pile of really good looking conditioned Saturn games.
What we might do while we're live, we'll just cut back here. I just want to get a bigger picture, just for people so they can see it. So while I'm doing that, what else did you come across anything that you wish you would have had but just didn't?
Multiple of those N64 games I would have bought. I wish I did. The big one that was there, they had a Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, which that game goes for a lot online, and I must have got it. It must have been I think $240 was their price on it. I should have bought it. I regret it. I regret it so bad. But yeah, there was a lot of games there that I hadn't seen boxed before that were there. I think they had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. Is a game I've never. It's hard to come across boxed online. They had this. I don't know if you've heard of Clay Fighter. It's like a silly fighting game where all the characters are like clay animation. There's an N64 game. I think it's a rare game. They had it there boxed, and I really considered just getting that, but I didn't. Oh, there's a Dream Key up the back there, the online disc for the Dreamcast. But I've got 2 of those now, so I don't think I need any more of them.
Yeah. So what about consoles? Do you see any neat consoles that?
We'll see. There's some.
Okay.
There's some video of some consoles.
Well, let's try to get the video back up on your screen. I think we're back to the start. Should we just go from the start?
We'll just watch it again. Yeah.
Just so
might be.
It's a bigger picture, so everybody can see it watching.
Those Sonic figures were actually kind of cool.
Like little amiibos.
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger. They're probably about that tall.
Bit like my Fallout character, which is not in here. Oh boy.
But yeah, they're like cool, like based on like the classic designs.
Well, this is a bigger image, so yeah, much better.
I can see the
for people
game's
to
much
see.
better now. Yeah, Game Traders, there was...
If you do want to pause it too, just let me know. I'll just pause it.
I actually bought my Super Nintendo from a Game Traders, must have been about 8 years ago, roughly, when they had one in Townsville. That was where I got my Super Nintendo from. I remember being very excited about that.
And a Shrek Smash and Crash Racing.
Had some Xbox games, but there was nothing of note
Nothing
there.
only.
There's 2K16 NBA, got that 2K.
Well, let's go ahead and pause.
Alright, so Smash 64 right up the front is one I should point out right away. That was like $400 or something, so I passed on that.
$400 for Smash.
Virtual Chess 64. Cruis'n USA, Tetrasphere, NBA Live 2000. That was only $50, so I would have bought that.
Yeah.
I should have.
So there's one you've realised that
There's
you've got?
one. Fighter's Destiny. I actually have that game.
And there's Rainbow Six. Shout outs to
Tom Clancy.
Tsunami.
Tsunami
Papi. Mr. Tom Clancy.
Top Gear Rally. There's
There's WCW.
Yep, NWO Revenge. I used to have that game boxed, and then I traded in like an idiot.
Let's just jump forward while we get in there.
Blast Core, Quake 2. There's Tony Hawk and Superman. I made sure to zoom up on Superman.
Yeah, I noticed you did that.
For $100,
Hot Wheels.
it might have been worth just buying, to be honest.
Yeah, just Superman. It's a notorious Nintendo 64 game.
Like,
For all the wrong reasons, perhaps? I don't know. It is what it is. I'll just say that. I remember renting Superman many, many times from Video Easy. Back in the day, didn't have a problem with him when I was little.
well, you don't know any different back then.
That's
So-
right.
But then its reputation kind of grows into something different once the online census sort of
Yeah.
piles on.
And I guess to own it these days would simply be purely a collector sort of thing, I guess.
Obscurity.
Obscurity, that bit of, well, what's the word I'm looking for? But
Novelty.
novelty, that's it.
Right there we had...
Let's pause it.
there's
Oh,
Gex.
sort of. Gex the Gecko with the Austin 316 cover.
This is like, if anyone ever questions how big wrestling was at the time, just show them that game cover.
Yeah.
There's Sub-Zero. I think that's Mario Tennis behind...
Let's go here.
it was Mario Tennis behind there. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. There's Mario 64, another Pokemon Snap. I think that's
Which
Turok.
we're getting on the Switch
Yes.
online membership Pokemon Stadiums.
I think that's Diddy Kong Racing up the back there.
Is that Outrun?
That Outrun in that box, I think, was actually I think it was a Sega game
I'm
of
trying
some
to-
kind.
Yeah, I think it sounds very familiar.
Well, Outrun is a Sega franchise. I forgot what console I should say it was for.
Excuse me.
Might have been Master System.
Is that
Virtual
Crazy
Xbox.
Taxi?
That'll be some kind of game.
I'm thinking that's Crazy Taxi because I remember the checkered flag
I
and
think.
the yellow cab being.
I think Crazy
part of the
Taxi
artwork.
still would have been a Sega exclusive at that time because they actually own that franchise. They just don't make games for it anymore because there's no demand, I guess.
I see
DK64,
There's
Snowboard
DK.
Kids, Mario Kart, Banjo.
Is that Donkey Kong Country 2? That's the one I was playing on Monday night with Nexus last Monday.
Kirby, I think that's Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards.
Another Superman there.
I mean, you get the idea so far. They had literally everything. There's Attitude, Mission Impossible, Wipeout 64.
Aha, there we go. That's
Some of the big box Saturn games, because there's some that came in cardboard boxes and then some that came in those giant jewel case, I guess you call them. There's a Pokemon Snap there. That's actually, it was sealed, but it was the NTSC like American version, so that's probably going to be there for a while. I can't see anyone picking that up.
how much was it going for?
A few hundred, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, left that.
Oh.
That's
I see James Pond.
James Pond, yes.
That one just jumps out at me right
I
now.
don't know if you can hear the audio, but my dad was with me here and he points out James Pond in particular, so I remember that.
Let's see if we can just roll it back a bit. Maybe not best to try things like that.
Maybe this has got to buffer it.
Yeah, maybe just buffering. So yeah, James
Anyways.
Pond, one of the ones that jumped right at it. It ain't buffering, so we'll just
let it play.
let it play. We'll go forward and
We were pausing it a bunch too, so it probably won't take that long. I'm definitely due for another trip to that shop. Whenever I can, I guess. I'm very keen to get back there.
But also, would you be checking out their online shop as well?
They do. I've had a look at their online shop.
No, I'm thinking the other one.
I've had a look at their online shop. I think it's a little bit different to sort of that store in particular, because I did type up some of the games I'd hope to get next time there, and some of them were showing up, some weren't. It was a bit odd. They might not keep it up to date.
Probably, yeah, best to just go there in person. Oh, we can have another look as it goes through some things we may have missed.
Yeah, I'm actually, like, every game I bought here, I'm, like, really keen to play. They're all games that I'd like to play. Like, especially MK Sub-Zero. Like, whenever I get a game that's, like, boxed, it feels like I'm buying, like, a new game. That's just how it feels to me, so I'm like, it just gets me even more excited to play it.
Maybe second hand, but when you get a package like this, then it's almost like it will come over the new game, like you said. Some Xbox One games there.
We'll see if there's any N64 games we missed while we're zooming through this part here.
Like Hot Wheels. Do we see
Yeah,
that?
Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, Turok.
I saw a Lego.
It was Lego Races.
Oh, I remember that game. Project 64. Shout out to Project 64.
1080 snowboarding. Yeah.
Got the sound on, so you should be able to hear the audio now from the video. It's probably going to be overbearing for us.
So there's Sonic 1 for the Mega Drive. There's all the Saturn games. There weren't any in particular I'd want to get.
We can pause it, we just won't.
It was like random like theme park, Starfighter 3000.
Pebble Beach Golf Links.
Pebble Beach Golf.
NFL
Frank
quarterback.
Thomas Big Hurt Baseball.
Yeah, this sounds like games that Bart Simpson buys. Like games from the Simpsons.
What's the thing?
Something Lee Cardigan's Golf Challenge, Putting Challenge, and Bone Storm.
Don't steal that game, son.
Would you like to play again?
There's
you have selected no.
This is all the Dreamcast games.
Armageddon.
Yes.
I remember that.
Power Stone and 2K, they were the two I picked up.
What's that Dynamite Cup?
Dynamite. Yeah, Dynamite Cop. I don't know what those floppy disks were to the left. That was interesting to see.
Oh yeah, the floppy disk. Atari.
I think there must be like, yeah,
like Lemmings or something like that on it. I am looking at the bottom shelf. I see a Call of Duty logo. What are they?
I think I go down. Oh no,
Or
no.
not? Okay.
They had a wall of like Sega. It was all Mega Drive games. So and they had pretty all the big games. They had Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. They had Streets of Rage. Might have had Comic Zone there.
Jungle Strike.
That's Lion King above it. Just
Lion King.
Echo the Dolphin.
Lion King, you can get that as the Lion King remake pack. The newer consoles these days.
There's Sonic 3.
Platinum Collection.
That's just the OG Sonic 3 without Knuckles. Sonic 2. That's the cover that the
Batman Forever next to it.
That's the Sonic cover that the second movie had that poster. They recreated that with. Yeah, just a bunch of the white box ones. Where here's some Game Boy games boxed, which was awesome as well.
I think you're zooming in on Spider-Man. No.
I think I'm just looking at the back. So there's Donkey Kong Country 2. There was Mario Golf. We had here's some handheld consoles, PSPs, Game Boys, 3DS and DS games. Wasn't too much in the DS and 3DS shelf there. But then we had a bunch of Game Boy cartridges down here as well. I think that's Game Boy Color.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, I sort of zoomed in.
Yeah.
I sort of zip and zoom back and forth, but we had some NES games. There's a big stack of them there. NES is hit and miss with a lot of the libraries. So I mean,
Mario 3.
yes, Mario 3. Wasn't too concerned with thinking there. I think we've got Super Tennis. Mario All Stars was definitely there.
Blazing Skies.
There's another golf game because of course.
A lot of golf games for this SNES back in the day.
I think that's Double Dragon. Bit harder to see from here, but basically big library.
Oh, what have we got up here?
That is Simpsons versus the Space Mutants for the NES, boxed.
I don't think I've ever seen that game.
I've seen gameplay of it. It's weird.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars NES. That was a very tempting pickup as well, but I don't know how long it's been since I dusted my NES off. So
I would have not resisted the temptation for that.
well, check out the one that's behind it if I show it. Oh, did I? We had.
I like that logo there.
Also next to it, we had, and you're probably gonna hate me for not buying this. We had Super Return of the Jedi. I know there was too many choices, too many games I just wanted to get, but just Yoshi's Island, Pilot Wings.
Even Yoshi's Island.
Is that the Tasmanian Devil? The back there's some Looney Tunes.
Ghostbusters I've seen. I've got some consoles here.
Here's some of the consoles. There's my my face there in the reflection.
Alright, let's pause it there. There's the...
Gun.
What was the name of it?
I don't know what console that gun was for specifically. Because there's like the Zapper for the NES. But
Zapper.
some NES peripherals and controllers and stuff in their original boxes. It was pretty cool. There's a Mega
Ooh,
Drive.
look at that Nintendo.
Jungle Green 64. Shouts to Raygun Ramus. He's got a green 64.
Oh, does he really?
Yep.
That lime green.
So there's a Super
Yeah, it's
Nintendo
two.
up the back boxed.
Boxed.
It's a little faded and stuff. I'd probably
Yeah, look at the packaging.
go for a different one. This PS2 yet.
Silver PS2.
Silver PS2
Wow.
Slim. Like when I mean they had everything in the store, I mean it. That N64 thing, it's like a drawer for like games. You just put the cartridges into it. I've seen them before, but they're pretty cool. Like they're an official product.
I guess if it was cheaper than $259.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm happy just throwing them in the Mario lunchbox we got here for now.
Yeah, that is cool, but yeah, like I said, not for that. What's that on top of? Oh, that's the Kinect, is it?
Yeah, it looks like the OG Connect.
Jeez. Yeah, not that one.
Oh, the Xbox One Connect, I should say. There's a Nintendo Switch Fight Pad. I don't know what game that was for. But there's the NES. There's a Sega Saturn.
Stop it there.
Don't know when.
Something interesting coming up to the left, I can see.
Not very often that you see a Saturn at all, so I thought that was cool they had one. The Ice White 64. I think that's only Japanese.
Aha!
So even if you were to get it, you'd have to get some sort of power adapter and also get Japanese games.
And then buy Japanese games.
That said, Japanese games are pretty cheap
Yeah.
compared to what we have to deal with.
And they'll all be Japanese though. $220.
The Mario
There's a
Kart
Wii
bundle,
at the
Wii
back
at the
there.
back there. A black Wii. Here, okay.
Oh,
I wanna
okay,
pause it
now.
This case right here was so the way the store is set out. You walk in, there's just a giant shelf in the middle. Then you've got the glass container this side, and then there's just some other shelves on the other side with just some plushies and stuff like you can see there. So like dead in the center of it, in the front of the store was this case, and you can see that this is the top shelf of it. Nice little Zelda collection here.
That is a nice section of the case.
There's Link's Awakening, Link to the Past, Zelda 2, Zelda 2 for the Game Boy Advance, and of course Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask.
That Majora's
I
Mask.
see a pretty high price tag.
It's probably the price that you're thinking right now.
$4.99.
It was in immaculate condition.
Yeah.
If it didn't have that scuff on the front, that big white scuff that someone's tried to maul a sticker off of, I might have considered it. But I mean,
the rest of it is.
I bought a
brand
Sega.
new.
I bought a Sega Dreamcast for like $50 less, or $100 less, I should say. So
Yeah.
it gets to a point where it's a bit too much. Even
Yeah.
though Majora's Mask, one of my favorite games of all time, I do really want Majora and Ocarina like boxed, and in good condition would be awesome too. But down the line,
Down the line.
not right now.
Link to the Past. I played a bit of that on Monday night with Nexus. This past Monday night.
I was gonna say, I actually have I've got a Link to the Past boxed at home there. You could have even played it on the SNES that night.
Your SNES. Your game was actually in the SNES.
Oh, it was.
So as I was playing it, I think at the end of the episode I actually looked down and I put the camera on it.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, I've got the
yeah.
box and everything too with that game. That's one of my.
That's a cool case. That's something that I would definitely.
That's.
If I had a game room and had these, that'd be the centerpiece of it.
I definitely, when I walked into the store, this was the first thing I like beeline towards.
I think, my younger days, Nintendo days, there were a lot of Mario fans, but I was always a Zelda fan. So yeah, seeing stuff like this makes me very happy. Alright, what have we got down here?
Here's just some weird games, I guess. Wild Guns for the SNES. I think these might be some rare games because a lot of these were very expensive.
I was going to say, if they're in this sort of
There's a
centerpiece sort of
Mega Drive game of some sort, some weird frog GameCube game that I don't know what it is, but it was pretty dear. Turok
Turok.
3 for the 64, that was a big hitter there too.
Oh, missed it. Alright.
So this is the shelf like around the corner from that Zelda thing. There's just a massive stack of PS2 games. There was too many to like go up close to and like inspect, so I just showed like
the shelf.
the grand scale of it all.
From a distance, I can already see Jedi Starfighter.
Yep.
I can see
Just
Just Cause.
They had in there like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. They had a bunch of like WWE, the GTA's, Mortal Kombat.
GTA's MK. Thrillville just made a game with gold recently. Mafia, I've seen there.
But yeah,
that's
so
all
many.
right.
And then you move along, there was some PS3 down the end.
Iron Man.
Harry Potter up the top there.
Chamber of Secrets. I'm doing a playthrough of that game at some point.
Enter the Matrix was there. Sonic Unleashed for the PS2. Then all the PS3 games, like the. Oh.
And then we've just got this extra bit.
Bit of a segue
Tell us
here.
what's happening here.
I got gold in the 100-meter
Oops.
sprint.
Oh, missed it.
I got gold in the 100-meter sprint in Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympic Games arcade machine.
Oh, I'm not getting that back.
That's fine. But yeah, that was
That was your trip down to Brisbane. So overall, just to recap the events, recap everything. So you've got some strategy guides, some new games. Is there a standout amongst this pile that you're like, yes, this is the cream of the crop for this trip?
probably two. NBA 2K and MK. Oh, these are like the two that they're my big hitters.
Yeah,
In
the
my
highlight of the spree, so to speak.
These are the two I'm most keen to play. And maybe throw Sonic Boom in there, like not because I'm excited to play a great game, but
It's always good to get your hands on games that are
I think
notorious. Hence why we have
I
a
think-
few on the shelf.
this game is 4-player multiplayer, so I don't know.
And we've got Wii U's.
Maybe we I see that you and TJ have started Super Mario 3D Land. So who knows? Maybe we finish that game and we give this one a try. Maybe.
Yeah, 1 to 4 players. I mean, this is retro replay. We try anything and everything. So yeah, when's so You went to, how many shops did you go to?
It was only two.
Two.
It was just Game Traders and Super Retro.
Super Retro, and definitely well worth the visit. So if you want to check out those stores, like I said at the start of the episode, we'll put the links in the description to their websites. Links to their website in the description below. That's a tongue twister. Looking forward to your next trip back there.
Definitely. Like I would literally plan another trip down there just to go to those stores again.
I mean, it could be something that we do as a Port Royal Network
Super Retro.
thing. But I will say, from November, I think it's around the 3rd or the 4th, I am going to be, 3rd to the 6th. I'm going to be in the city of Melbourne, Victoria. I've already checked out, Googled some retro video game stores, so
Nice.
after that trip, I think we have another round table because I'm going to be coming back with some things.
And you know that, because you're probably going to be sending me some videos that if I see something that piques my interest, I'd definitely get you to grab for sure.
And there's a few in Melbourne, so I'm definitely making it a thing to get around to. I probably won't get to all of them, but see how we go. Try to get to the good ones at least. So another roundtable discussion, but that's your roundup. Let us know what you think of any of these pickups. If you've got a favourite over there, or you want to see, if you want to see us play one of these games first, just let us know in the comments below. And yeah, like I said, we'll do another roundtable in November, which I guess we'll have to say that we will be in November from the 3rd to the 6th. So I'm happy to announce that for the first time ever, Port Royal Gaming will be live from Melbourne, Victoria, for Retro Replay on Thursday, the 3rd of November 2022. Keep an eye on what's going to happen on that night. We might do a cross-state link-in as well.
Interesting.
And the thing is, we're going to be an hour apart, time difference, so
We will.
due to daylight savings here in Australia, the way it works. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for now. Good pickup, so keep an eye on the channel because we're going to be definitely talking about and playing some of these games. I'm more than happy if you wanted to get a playthrough going, or even on next week's Retro Replay or something, if you wanted to try one of these. Let's get it going, I think.
Yeah.
So that's been this round table discussion. Now, we've got a bit of business to get to, just to finish the show off. It's not exactly a video game segment here to finish off,
Yeah.
but it's probably one of the biggest video game movie launches that we've seen in a long time, if not the biggest.
Biggest since they were new, since the concept of a video game movie was new.
Yes, and if you talk about one of the biggest video game franchises, one of the one that's a household name, you don't go past Mario at all. Tomorrow, so we're talking Queensland, Australia time. Tomorrow at 6:05 a.m. there will be a Nintendo Direct live, where we will see very first footage of the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
At time of filming, right now, well, we're live. We're doing this live. We are a solid 8 hours away.
So if you're watching this from the States, where it is 1:05 p.m. I don't know how to say tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. Yesterday. Whatever your time is in America, just check it out on the Twitter or whatever. But Queensland time, 6:05 a.m. So that's 7:05 a.m. if you're watching in New South Wales, Victoria. If you go to our Twitter at Port Royal TV, I've put a map up of time zones for Australia if you want to check it out. So what we're going to do is just going to clear the space off a bit, because it is bingo time. So what we've done is we've got this bingo sheet We are going to be. We've both decided we're both getting up to watch the movie.
Yeah.
The trailer reveal.
There's
the
no
direct.
way. There's no way I'm missing this.
So we're going to be watching it live. So I'm actually going to be broadcasting live as I watch it. So tune in with us.
See what happens if you're going to do it on the Xbox. I may be able to party in, possibly.
You can party in. If you're up early ready, just come here.
Or that.
Just be down the road.
That might be
an
easier.
option.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we digress. We're just planning how we're going to watch this thing. This is a big event. So, Poor Raw Network Bingo. So, we've made our predictions as to what we are hoping to see, what we think was going to happen in the direct.
You see some of my
Yeah, yours is pretty clear. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll get photos of these and put them up on the Twitter immediately following our show. So, I'll start with what I've got in my boxes. So, these are things that I think are going to happen. I think we're going to get a shot of just Mario's eyes. A close-up of the eye.
That's Sonic's thing right now.
I think we're going to get a narrator voiceover. No voices.
What kind of voice?
Epic.
Epic.
Yeah, in a world. Something like that. Epic voiceover. I think we're going to get a shot of DK.
Seth Rogen.
I think we're going to get some Goombas. And I think they're going to get killed. They're going to get plonked. So I might put that. Jump on Goombas. So at the end of teaser trailers and movies and that, you get the trailer, you get the title screen, and then there's always this little snippet of like a little gag or something at the very end, and then it cuts to like the date, release date or whatever. So I think we're going to get one of those in there. It's probably going to be cringe. It's probably going to be, who knows what it's going to be. It may also line up with some of these other things. It may just be the shot of Mario's eyes. I think we're going to get a TikTok dance. When the title appears on the screen, we are getting dramatic Mario theme. I think we're going to get a fire flower plop. Or like the fireball. I think at some point during the trailer it's going to say, so I think it's coming out in April or March, whatever it is. The little tagline they're going to say is, this April will be super. I put in there we're going to get a adult joke, one that adults would get, like a little throwaway line that's thing.
It's not out of the realm of not out of the realm of possibility, because like Mario is an old franchise, so they're gonna include something for the old fans.
Yep. So then, yeah, when I say adult joke, I don't mean like a dirty joke or anything like that. Definitely not. That's what I mean by it. We're going to see some slapstick comedy, so I was going to think of something really specific, but I'm going to leave it as slapstick comedy.
Someone slips on a banana.
Yeah, I was thinking banana peel.
Mario Kart reference.
I put mushroom power up, so whether we have that as just a sound effect, or
I'm just thinking of it now. The screen's going to be black, and then you're going to hear the power up sound with heavy reverb and echo.
Blam blam blam. Or maybe it's the Super Mario logo and then blam 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 movie.
Oh yeah, it starts small and then it.
Yeah. We've got a free space in the middle, as bingo cards usually get. We're going to get a shot of Peach. So I'm going out on a limb with this one. I think we might get a new style logo. So if you know, like, if you know anything about the Mario franchise,
it's we can show it here.
Yeah.
It's virtually been unchanged since this, which says a lot.
There you go. So that's the style of font.
The colours are different nowadays, but it's like that same design.
I think we're going to get a completely new style logo. We're going to get a pop song.
Yeah.
Like something cheery, happy. I'm not going to try and guess who.
I saw a thing on Twitter where someone posted like a sort of a joke, like I swear to God if the trailer's gonna be like this, where it's like this summer starts playing has like the Mario voice, like I'm Mario and this is my kingdom, start playing We Built This City.
Oh, well.
Just picturing it now.
That's, yeah, I mean, that's...
Oh my god.
What I was looking at next, I was actually going onto my Spotify and just going into the Spotify top 50 Australia. What are we getting? Maybe something from... Might get Heat Waves by Glass Animals, which is still a thing.
What, still?
Sitting at number 10 on the Spotify top 10.
Holy... I haven't looked, I don't think I've ever looked up what the top 10 is.
I'm not going to put it down as a guess, but maybe we might get About Damn Time by Lizzo.
Oh... That'll be bold.
Because of About Damn Time, it's a movie. Maybe Cold Heart by Dua Lipa and Elton John. Mr. Bright, by the way, in Australia, Mr. Brightside is on our charts all the time, so... Yeah, anyway. I think if we don't get an end teaser joke, I think we'll get a black screen with a Bowser laugh.
The Jack Black Bowser laugh.
Black Bowser laugh. And then poof, March 2023. I think we're going to get a reference to the video games at some capacity. That's pretty broad.
That's a given.
And it's sort of a sort of cheesing it here, but video game sound effect. So that's 2 in a row there. This ain't no game. Tagline, possibly. One thing that we were talking about before we went on air is that we don't actually have a title for this movie. It's just been referred to as the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So...
I don't know if it's the Super Mario Bros. Movie or just the Super Mario movie, like something like that.
So I think, well, definitely, well, I'm guessing we're going to get an official title. We're going to get a fart joke. Luigi.
It's Illumination Studios, so...
At the start of the trailer, I'm guessing we'll get In a World. That's the opening line. And I don't think we're going to hear Chris Pratt's Mario.
No
So
voices.
that's my bingo sheet.
Alright, well, for mine, I've put dab here. I think a character's going to dab. If not in the teaser, it'll happen in the movie. I've also got April will be super. A video game sound effect, so I've gone a bit more broad. We're gonna get like an 8-bit coin or something, surely. Like, I think that's a very strategic pick because the Nintendo logo, it has to show up before this, and they've got a good track record of using like the coin sound for their logo and stuff.
Oh, so actually, before you continue, we don't. I don't think we've had a Nintendo Studios logo on a movie yet. So I wonder what the logo is going to look like.
The next two I have is so the Mario voice reveal.
So you think it's going to be in there?
I think he's gonna say like one little, even if it's a single word, or he's gonna be like "Let's go" or something.
Let's go. Let's go.
I have they're not gonna reveal his face, like they're gonna keep that behind shot of him. He's gonna zoom up on him and he's gonna like speak.
Like the poster, that behind shot. Yeah.
Which actually that's one of my later ones here. The teaser's just gonna be that poster we got, but like an animated scene of it. So we're gonna like see all the Toads running around and Mario standing there, and then something will happen, and that'll like be the end of it. I put the end teaser joke. I think that's gonna happen for sure. I put dramatic Mario theme. I think we're gonna get the Toad voice reveal. I'm really excited for that because of what's his name voicing him. We're gonna get Girl Boss Peach.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be like, she's gonna be all
yeah.
Which no problem with that. I think there's gonna be some sort of weird like 8-bit pixel animation of some sort that like, whether it's in like a logo or something, it's not gonna look like the game. It's gonna be like, if you've seen the credits of the first Sonic movie, where they had like sprites like recreate the plot of the film, it just looks weird. The second movie was like way better. There's going to be an outdated pop culture reference because of course there is. we're gonna get like a reference to something from the 2000s or 2010s, like Sonic 2. What was the Eggman says, "You're as useful to me as a backstage pass to Limp Bizkit." He said that. It's like Limp Bizkit. It's true they released an album recently, but they haven't released anything since 2005. So,
Old reference.
the Limp Bizkit hate's kind of died down a bit. Luigi, I think. We might get a glimpse at like a late movie scene, like I don't know, something at like Bowser's Castle or something. I'll see some fire.
Maybe a shot of them getting ready to.
Yeah, like sizing up or like Avengers posing.
Yeah.
I should have put the Avengers pose.
Oh well, I don't think we'll get that in a trailer. Or maybe the official trailer. Remember, this is the teaser we're talking about.
Yeah, we'll have to do one for the movie.
Might
itself.
get it in the trailer.
I've put. We're gonna get like a tagline for the film. It's gonna be like the Mario movie. This ain't no game or something. A power up is gonna be somewhere like we're gonna see a mushroom being used. However the hell they are gonna show that. Miyamoto is gonna speak about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like the director in
direct.
general. No other characters are going to be shown is another prediction. So they could just tease just Mario. The official title reveal, I've got that too. Video clip of the poster, that's that thing I explained before. Reference to like Brooklyn, or like real life. Like I know that they're not gonna. They won't touch the OG movie with a 10-foot stick, but I don't know. You
Possibility.
Don't reveal the voice. So I've got a voice reveal and a non-reveal.
Covering all bases. Having got the same one. Yep.
A licensed song.
Yep.
There has to be one. I saw one of. There was a clip on Twitter. Someone made a little animation of an alarm clock going off, and it starts playing TikTok by Kesha. Wake up in the morning.
Possibility. And I was just thinking, because I said that song about Lizzo about damn time. They actually use her song Big Energy. No, it's not her. It's the song Big Energy by
Big energy.
Lato.
Oh, you know what I should have put on this?
Lato.
Whatchamacallit? References to their plumbing work.
They use this song. I'm not going to play that in case of the thing, but they use the song for DC Super Pets trailer.
Oh, jeez.
So that's why I'm thinking nothing's off the radar here.
Here's a bold one. There's going to be some sort of reference to the 90s Mario film, which we have the unfortunate pleasure of having watched.
What we should have done, we should have did a watch party for that, but yeah.
Maybe we'll do one before this movie comes out.
Yeah.
But that movie was like, it was like a fever dream. I felt like I was high watching it.
Yeah, I was at Woodstock.
And
high
the
on drugs.
last one is a TikTok trend of some kind. Someone dropped you know that song by the Kid Laroi Stay, and how there's that trend where like they go to like a spot and they dance and like a drone flies around. Someone did like an animation of Mario doing that. Someone posted it's like, yo, I leaked the trailer early. It's that.
Yeah, I'm not even on TikTok enough to know what the trends are.
I don't even have a TikTok
so,
account. I've never installed it on any phone.
We don't. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's our bingo sheets. I mean, I'm excited. We're we're so close to getting our first glimpse of the Super Mario movie, and this is, like I said, this is big for video game fans.
This thing has been announced for so long. I feel like we've been waiting forever just to see anything. It was supposed to come out this year.
You're hearing the Coolies out the back here, North Queensland, making an appearance. I've actually got the things wide open, so that's probably coming through very loud and clear tonight.
Just try to ignore it.
But it's been announced for so long, and it was pushed back. It was pushed back.
Let's close the door for a sec.
It was pushed back, but we're finally so close to having reveal. Might have to get the curtains just so we don't get the reflection. Don't want to see the behind the scenes stuff here.
BTS.
But that's the bingo sheet. So I'll take photos. I'll upload these onto our Twitters just so you can see. But we are. What are we about? 8 hours away.
Just about, yeah. 6, 7, 8 makes 6
About
hours.
7.5 hours away from. So I might get our stream going just a bit early. And if you do rock up here, then I should be up and ready to go. But yeah, this is big. Will we do another bingo sheet for the official trailer?
I think we do one for the movie itself, because I think April is the release date, sometime in April. So
yep.
It's not that far away.
And so this port run, this bingo sheets, is actually quite good. We might, if this is a thing, we might pick it up and see if we can apply it to other things as well down the track for some of our other content that we do here on the channel.
If we're sticking to movies, this is very far down the pipeline, but Sonic 3, I have some ideas for that film.
I mean, we can apply this for anything, a port or a wrestling brand. You usually see people doing bingos for that as well, but yeah, 8 hours before we see our first look at the Super Mario movie. But we're going to leave it at that for Retro Replay tonight. Thanks for watching. So we've gone through this load from the southeast, and we've put our predictions in. I might actually just trim this, and we'll get our predictions as a separate video for the channel for those who want to watch it. But yeah, we're going to be seeing some of these games very soon here on Retro Replay. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date when we go live next, which would be at about 5:45 tomorrow morning, Queensland time. But for Retro Replay, we'll see you back here next Thursday night live. It's goodbye for now.